Koski trying to clear and hit cross. Cross is leveled by Bennett. Oh, he's got Jacob Heller all by himself, and a shot fired into the Lions into the zone. Tries to hook a shot. Oh, and he got Alarcon sprawling. Another try here by Lauricello.
The right wing gets around Reichenbach, still walking in. Centering pass that time. Vincent save. Now goes back to the forehand shot. Score! Will Devaney bangs on the biscuit.
Lane cleared around the boards, but not out. Koski holds it in. Oh, popped over his stick. Now it comes out, and he is run down by Lauricello. Around Adams and O'Brien. Gets it to Brunel in the slot. Shot and getting down just in time.
Leave it back from Moran. Moran with a couple points. Slides over to Reichenbach, who's got a wire slap shot right on the doorstep as Perez finally covered up. 32 mark. As now here comes a man sneaking behind. Here's a shot. Oh, and denied.
Knocked away. Free is Bennett. Leaves it for Fari, brings it back, shoots, and a save by Pavelson.
It's around one man, he's got a top face-off circle, slams the man right there, right shot, save right there in front, our big pile-up.
It away, but had it slapped off his stick by Brunel. Nice move out front, Lauricello, backhander, and a glove save by Alarcon. Lost it off the edge of his stick, but then took it right back away from LeMay. Moves into the middle to O'Brien underneath.
That air's knocked off, and here's off to the races right now. Here's Horde, 2 men on his back, goes to the backhand, shot, save.
In the offensive zone, in fast, shot. This one sent in, a kick save by Pavelson on the Johnson try.
Horde now, 2-on-2. Fires a shot right into the breadbasket.
They're the other way. Fleming cruises to the net, gonna take the pass here. It bounces around Alarcon and it goes wide.
Excuse me, so Ambrose had the opportunity right there. Shot right there, shot. And JP Merrick banks home the goal for his.
Well, they win the draw here. 3 skaters on the ice. No, tapped out of the air by Lauricello. Inadvertent lead, despite what the score chart says about shots on goal. He got it away and finally has room. Shoots, save by Alarcon.
This is the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League Weekly Report on ADHSHL.com and Black Dog Enterprises. Andy Dickerson here, happy to bring you the top plays from Week 12. Like last week, we have highlights from 3 games to go over, so let's get right to it. First up, the Varsity D2 Game of the Week between Los Alamitos and La Jolla Country Day. Bodies were flying early in this one as both teams tried to establish a physical presence. Midway through the period, Logan Berggren put a shot on net that deflected off the blocker of Nate Russell right over his shoulder and into the net. JP Merrick doubled the lead on the power play as he sidestepped a check and slipped it past Russell. After Merrick scored again to make it 3-0, Mitchell Hodges wired a shot under the bar past Russell to give Los Al a 4-goal advantage. A period break and a goaltending change did nothing to stem the tide as Berggren broke in and picked up his second of the game. La Jolla Country Day wouldn't break through until late in the second when Cleary Ambrose put one in short side past Nicholas St. Onge. Last minute of the second, Joshua Miller made a slick move to beat Ethan Crick and gave the Griffins a 6-1 lead. The Tories would get 2 back, including this snipe by Scott Horde, but Jared Christie put this one to bed late as Los Al closed out a 7-3 victory. On to Varsity D1, where the JSerra Lions and Orange Lutheran Lancers squared off. Austin Alarcon was a big story in this one as he denied Lion scorers left and right. After Chandler Totola hit the pipe, Grady O'Brien cleaned up the rebound to give the Lancers a 1-0 lead. Brandon Pagani would knot the score up at 1 with a 5-hole finish on a breakaway. Late first, Jeremy Mills avoided a check and found Jacob Heller all alone out front for a one-time blast that restored the Lancers' lead. We fast forward all the way to the middle of the third period where Mills rang one off the crossbar and the return try from Nelson found the iron as well. With less than 4 minutes to go, Jared Day found Matt Knutson out front and Knutson banged it past Nick Valdez to give the Lancers a 2-goal cushion. That would be all they'd need as they'd take this one 3-1. Jacob Nelson picked up 2 assists, Alarcon with 31 saves in the win. Last but not least, Santa Margarita took on Servite in another Varsity D1 matchup. Seconds in, Emmy Solani tested Landon Pavelson, forcing him to make a tough shoulder save. Pavelson saw more rubber early as he fought off Dante Siccaccio's wrister. Later in the frame, on the power play, Brendan Schulte popped in a rebound backdoor to give the Friars a 1-0 lead. They would hold that lead until midway through the second when Tyler Gebauer tipped a point shot by Thomas Hoey. The two repeated the feat less than a minute later as Gebauer beat Pavelson via the tip out front. All of a sudden the Eagles had the lead, one they widened 2 minutes later when Michael Fari directed home a pass from Kevin McClare. In the third, Fari broke in alone on Pavelson but was denied on the initial shot. The rebound, though, was tucked home by Drake Roby to give the Eagles a 4-1 lead. Later on a 5-on-3, Chris Garcia beat a sliding Dylan Gluck to bring the Friars within 2, but Regnars Udris broke away from the pack and sealed the deal for the Eagles with a short-handed backbreaker. Dylan Gluck reminded everyone that he could make saves too, and when the buzzer sounded, he and his Eagles walked away with a 5-2 win. 8 different Eagles recorded a point, while on the other side, Nicholas Rutkowski recorded 2 assists for the Friars. In other action from around the league, Villa Park shut out Long Beach Prep by a score of 6-0. There was no fault of Ishmael Ralston, who made 54 saves in the loss. Nick and Ronnie Paulos led the charge for the Spartans with 2 goals and an assist apiece. Capital United took down Conejo Valley 7-4 in a battle between 2 of the top 3 squads in Division II thus far. Balanced scoring on both sides, with Greg Lee and Patrick Takari leading the way for their teams. Finally, things didn't get any easier for the Prepsters when they took on San Diego South. The Redhawks dealt them their second shutout loss of the weekend, this one a bit less one-sided, at 4-0. Corey Whitty made 29 stops for Long Beach Prep, while Luke Stevenson had 2 goals for SDU. Looking at the Varsity D1 standings, it's the same as it's been all season at the top. Orange Lutheran, a perfect 8-0 with 22 points. Santa Margarita slides into second with a record of 5-1-1-2. Then JSerra and Servite are tied for third with a record of 5-5 apiece. In Varsity D2, it's Capo United on top at a record of 8-0, just like the Lancers in D1. Then in second place, it's Villa Park at 7-1. San Diego Union in third at 6-2. They're tied in the point column with Conejo Valley at 18, but the Cobras have 1 more loss. And it's a big drop down to the next grouping of 3 teams, Corona Norco, Los Alamitos, and Long Beach Prep, all with 9 points apiece. La Jolla Country Day, Upland Christian, and Newport Mesa fill out the bottom of the table. We'll be off this coming weekend for Thanksgiving. We hope you all enjoy yours. We'll be back the following weekend, and there will be a lot going on. Let's start on Friday, when the Bellarmine Bells will make their second trip down south and play Orange Lutheran out at Lakewood Ice. Then on Saturday, the Bells will be back in action against the Servite Friars, looking to avenge the 2 losses the Friars dealt them in San Jose. And finally, we'll have Capistrano United versus La Jolla Country Day in the Varsity D2 Game of the Week. Meanwhile, there'll be something brand new going on in Anaheim, the Western Prep Hockey League. The 6-team league will feature 3 teams from California, Bellarmine from up north, and Santa Margarita and JSerra from down south, as well as 3 out-of-state programs, Fountain Valley from Colorado Springs, Brophy from Phoenix, Arizona, and all the way from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Cathedral Catholic. Brophy will be the only team not in action this weekend, as Fountain Valley will take on JSerra on the 5th at 1:45. Cathedral will face Santa Margarita at 6:40. December 6th will see 3 more league broadcasts, with Cathedral taking on Fountain Valley at 10 a.m. Then Fountain Valley will be back at it against the Santa Margarita Eagles at 6 p.m. before Cathedral closes it out against Bellarmine at 8 p.m. We hope you'll join us for our entire jam-packed 8-game slate, but first, we also hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving. On behalf of the ADHSHL, I'm Andy Dickerson. So long.